Huge Melania Billboard pops up overnight and is pissing every lib off in America with what it says most conservatives have absolutely no issue with people migrating to America from other countries, as long as they follow the legal route to become United States citizens. But the notion of doing things legally is completely lost on the left, who continue to paint all conservatives as heartless immigrant-hating bigots because we don't want people coming here illegally. Now liberals are completely losing their minds after the incredible billboard that went up of our First Lady that takes a direct jab at people who want to continue to abuse America's immigration system, that's already causing the left to have major meltdowns today. What's beautiful about becoming an American citizen is the endless possibilities that our country presents to those who do things the right and legal way. Melania Trump is a shining example of immigration done right, which is why liberals hate her so much. Not only did Melania crawl her way to the top of the modeling world as an impoverished child from a poor country, but she learned English as her sixth language, putting her on the path to eventually become not only America's First Lady, but the first immigrant to do so since John Adams' wife in 1794. In addition to mocking Melania for her accent and stiletto shoes, now liberals have an entirely new reason to despise our First Lady, after this billboard for immigrants popped up overnight reading, "Just imagine how far you can go with a little bit of English." Just imagine if all immigrants followed the legal route to become American citizens and learned English like Melania did. Not only would we have more productive people living in America who could then go out and get jobs, but our economy would skyrocket, as we wouldn't be burdened with the tens of millions of illegals sucking us dry with living off government handouts. Illegals are a huge burden to the American taxpayer, as many of them can automatically get on welfare as soon as they get to our country. In Los Angeles County alone, illegal immigrant families received nearly $1.3 billion between 2015 and 2016, nearly one-quarter of the amount spent on the county's entire needy population, according to data obtained by Fox News. Incredibly, Melania speaks English as her sixth language, an incredible accomplishment that's a true testament of what an immigrant can accomplish if they set their minds to it. Predictably, liberals were outraged of the billboard sending the message that immigrants should come here legally, or have to learn English as a requirement for becoming an American citizen. Liberal CNN reporter Jim Acosta recently lost his mind, lashing out at the Trump administration for proposing English requirements for immigrants who come to the United States. This whole notion of they have to learn English before they get to the United States, are we just going to bring in people from Great Britain and Australia? The unhinged journalist demanded back in August. It's absolutely ridiculous to bring people into our country who refuse to follow the legal route to become American citizens, as these people are sending a clear message that they have no respect for our country's laws, nor do they have the desire to assimilate or become productive members of society. But being that these illegals serve as a large chunk of the Democratic voting base, you can be sure that liberals will fight tooth and nail to keep bringing these people in, while at the same time vowing to keep their cities and towns sanctuaries for these criminals to hide out in. The words that our founding founders passionately wrote into the Declaration of Independence of Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Happiness guarantees that all Americans can have an undeterred shot at making it in this country, despite their race or background. But these words don't mean that everyone who comes to our country is automatically given a free ride and welfare handouts to pursue happiness from the cushions of their couch. The same way as Melania Trump crawled her way from an impoverished country proves all immigrants can live the American dream if they do things the legal way, as long as they possess the undeterred drive just like Melania had to make something out of their lives.